thank you for joining us on CBS 8 Plus. I'm Carlo Cicchetto. Here at CBS 8, we're working for you, getting to the bottom of problems you've asked us to look into, and we're finding solutions. In the city of San Diego, people are encouraged to get the Get It Done app to report issues within the city, everything from potholes to broken streetlights. But what many do not know is that the county has a similar app to file complaints with. Shannon Handy is working for you. She shows us how to use the Tell Us Now app.
Tell Us Now has been around since 2017, but I just learned about it last week while doing a story in Spring Valley about roads in need of repairs. The man I interviewed didn't know about it either, so I figured we should do a story to make more people aware.
And I'm at wit's end now about this whole mess. It's like they don't care about us.
When I last spoke with James Firminger Jr., he was pretty upset about the streets outside his Spring Valley home looking like this.
Right here, you can see where the numerous amount of cracking is.
James lives on Ivanhoe and Omega. He told me he had been trying to get the county's attention for more than a year, but no luck. After our interview, I reached out to the county for answers. A spokesperson told me there was no official record of a complaint from that area, so I asked how should county residents report issues in their neighborhood. That's when I was told about the Tell Us Now app.
This is one of the many tools through which we want to engage with the community.
Murali Pasumarthy is a program manager for the county's roads division. He explained people in unincorporated San Diego County can report non-emergency problems and track their progress, similar to how the city's Get It Done app operates. Just download the app, select an area of interest, snap a quick picture, add some text, and send.
The moment you hit the send button, that information comes over to our front office staff, and if it's during regular hours, we're able to triage it, and we're able to send it to the appropriate crew who would be responsible for maintaining. And typically, we get these repairs done within 72 hours.
Morales says they take in all kinds of requests, ranging from road repairs to broken streetlights and downed trees, and you can make those requests in English or Spanish. Though he admits Tell Us Now isn't being used as much as he'd like it to be, saying of the 500 or so requests they get per month, only 10% come from the app.
We would like it to be deployed more on many of the smartphones, but today I believe about 12,000 plus or minus users have this app.
Back in Spring Valley, once they made the county aware of the issues here, they started filling in potholes within 24 hours. The entire road, as well as others in the area, are slated for repaving in the summer of 2025. Aside from Tell Us Now, you can always email or call in requests to the county, but officials say the app is much more efficient. We have all that information up on our website, cbs8.com. Just click on this story. Working for you, I'm Shannon Handy for CBS 8.
Thanks, Shannon. The city of San Diego says every home now has one of those little green kitchen pails. You're supposed to use them to separate and recycle your food scraps, but a lot of people are saying no thank you, telling us it's just gross. CBS 8's Anna Laurel is working for you, laying out the best ways to use the bins without making a mess.
This is where the city brings the things it picks up from those 213,000 green bins that are sitting at everyone's house now. But we've heard from people who say they don't want to do it. It'll stink, it'll attract bugs. But we found a family that found a system that works for them. So we wanted to show you how it works.
This morning I made an omelet. You can see there's eggshells in there.
Kevin Gunning's family has been recycling their food scraps and paper products for years.
Salad for lunch, and it goes straight into here.
They don't use their city-issued kitchen pail, but this cute blue one. They line it with plastic.
Don't go buy new stuff. Just take something that fits in it.
This is an old bread bag. Now, the plastic absolutely cannot go in the green bin, but once the pail gets full, they dump the food into the green bin outside and throw the plastic bag away. The city picks up the green bins every week along with weekly trash pickup. It says to take it to the curb no matter how full. Do they get flies or other pests?
If you don't put food in your green bin, where's it going to go? In the black bin. So you're going to have flies either way.
It is really just a behavior shift.
Absolutely it is, because ordinarily, you know, here's the stove. I used to make omelets, crack the eggs open, and toss the shells right in the trash. So now, instead, I bring this guy over here, and I set it right here, and I toss the shells in there.
A lot of people we've heard from say they worry about stinky raw chicken decomposing in a pail right there in the kitchen, or cheese turning green in the pail under the sink. Kevin and his wife say it doesn't stink because the pails have a lid like a trash can, and you can always put your bags or food scraps in the fridge or freezer, or just throw it out. Derek Lamb is a recycling specialist with the city of San Diego.
Bundle that paper bag close. And now you have a nice enclosed bundle that you can drop directly into the green bin.
Organic material like food, paper, and yard waste make up more than half of everything in California landfills.
When food scraps and landscaping trimmings and things like that sit in a landfill, is they'll actually start creating the greenhouse gas methane.
The quickest way to reduce methane? To compost our organic waste instead of landfilling it. Is it more work? Maybe, but Kevin says it's worth it.
There's a lot of people in the city of San Diego, right? So even if 25% of people were doing this, it would make a huge impact on, everything, again, that's going in the landfill.
Starting January 1st, 2024, the city can fine you if you do not separate your recyclables, those organic green waste materials, and your trash. Fines can be $50 to $100, but the city hopes that people do it voluntarily. Out here at the landfill and greenery, I'm Anna Laurel, CBS 8.
All right, Anna, thank you. Viewers have reached out to us here at CBS 8 to tell us that it's getting tough these days to find affordable auto insurance, and we found out it's a growing issue. Insurance companies say providing coverage is more expensive now because of rising repair costs. Some carriers have even pulled out of California altogether. CBS 8's Brian White is working for you to see how the situation may be impacting your auto insurance rates.
Drivers around the country are dealing with auto insurers jacking up their premiums, but in California, they're dealing with another problem. Insurance companies are making it harder to get new policies at all.
It's ridiculous. They're going up like crazy. Everything else, like the gas prices. It's very hard to make a living here.
With car insurance premiums on the rise like everything else, it seems there's no relief in sight. Driver Gabriel Rasmussen knows about this firsthand.
Bought a new vehicle, compared it with a couple family members and friends on insurance, and it's much different than years ago.
So why is that? A lot of it has to do with the cost of car parts and repairs going up.
17 years ago when I got into the business, a front bumper on a car might be $300 or $500. Now they're $3,000 to $5,000 because they have cameras in them, they have sensors in them.
David Petrie owns an insurance agency, Allstate in La Mesa, serving more than 5,000 customers. They've noticed an uptick in the number of uninsured drivers out there, and some have figured a way to game the system.
There has been a trend of people who will just get an insurance policy just for the ID card. And then they do not make subsequent payments after that because they have the ID card. They have the golden ticket.
Petrie says while some carriers have pulled out of California completely, others have put safeguards in place, such as a 3-week waiting period for issuing new policies.
For a new customer coming on, they either need to, 1, pay the policy in full, or 2, pay half of the 6-month or annual premiums, or they need to be placed on automated payments out of a checking or a savings account.
As far as finding the best rate, Petrie recommends working with your carrier to see how you can lower your rate. For example, it might mean paying a higher deductible, but he definitely recommends having uninsured motorist coverage.
We are in economic turmoil at the moment. California is not an inexpensive place to live. Insurance is not an inexpensive cost. There are a large number of drivers on the road who are uninsured.
I reached out to the California State Insurance Commissioner's office for comment and did not hear back. Working for you, I'm Brian White for CBS 8.
All right, thanks, Brian. Okay, we've gotten several reports of coyotes roaming around neighborhoods lately, and we found out that part of it is just the time of year, but there is more to the story. CBS 8's Shannon Handy is working for you to find out more, including what to do if you come face to face with a coyote.
Just a couple weeks ago, I saw one in my neighborhood. Experts here at Project Wildlife in the county tell me it's typical to see more coyotes during September and October because it's pupping season. From backyards to residential streets, coyotes appear to be popping up more and more all over San Diego. Are we seeing more coyotes right now?
It sure seems to be.
Dr. John Nanyart with Project Wildlife tells me it's to be expected this time of year. He explained the ones you're seeing are pups looking for food wherever they can find it.
The coyote pups are typically born in April or May, and this is the time of year when they're starting to disperse and go out on their own.
As for why they seem to be coming so close and in neighborhoods along our coast, Dr. Enyart says it's a product of encroachment.
We developed around them with these canyons and everything else, and the canyons they can access from so far away. So I think as we've developed and we've had our trash out and our pets out, they've just become accustomed to, hey, there's a food source, and it's a pretty easy one. And so they don't have to work too hard to get them.
I reached out to Carl Smith, Assistant Director of E County's Department of Animal Services. He offered the same explanation.
Urban expansion, we've just continued to encroach into their areas that they have typically lived. So they're going to end up around people more.
So what should you do if you come across one? The term is called hazing.
Just become bigger than they are. Put your hands up in the air. If you have a jacket on, pull your jacket up over your head. And just get really big and make a lot of noise.
And so we would use things like banging on a pot pan or yelling and making yourself really large.
Both experts advise continue following the coyote while you're hazing it to ensure it actually leaves the area and doesn't wind up in your neighbor's yard. If you have a small pet, pick it up as soon as possible and walk away. And make sure to watch your pet if possible when letting it outside. Finally, have proper fencing, preferably 8 feet high, and clear your yard of any food source such as water, fallen fruit, compost piles, and seeds.
There are measures we can take to kind of keep everyone as safe and healthy as possible.
And we do have those tips on our website. Just go to CBS8.com and click on the story. Working for you, I'm Shanna Handy for CBS 8.
A local nonprofit says when it rains, it pours in one of their houses, but not anymore. Sister League of San Diego provides transitional housing for women who were once homeless. 4 months ago, our Abby Black did a story about the charity needing a new roof, which was going to cost tens of thousands of dollars. Now she's back with an update showing how a generous roofing company is helping keep everyone safe and dry.
The power of CBS 8's Working for Our Community is hard at work. This is a story that's been 4 months in the making. Now, Sister League has a new roof at no cost to them. In June,
it's really important for the community to rally behind us.
CBS 8 introduced you to Sister League, a nonprofit that provides transitional housing and resources to women who were once homeless, survivors of domestic violence, and affected by mental illness.
A roof is important. What is a home without a roof?
But the women living here will tell you the roof needed a lot of work.
It gets wet every time it rained a little bit. It went in the room and it went in the little bathroom up there.
A tall order, but CBS 8 got to work for our community.
Times we immediately thought, yes.
Charles Antis is in the roofing business, but he says the real work goes into giving back.
We all sleep better at night when we do this, and our work becomes so much more valuable.
CBS 8 surprised Sister League's executive director with the big news.
We are going to donate your entire roof system, and we're going to come install it with all of our partners in the trades.
Once the work started this week, they found the roof was in worse shape than they first thought.
I mean, the roof's really bad. Not only is it worn, but the flashings are rusted out. There's dry rot.
The cost for the new roof went up to $50,000.
The fact that Antis didn't even hesitate when an extra $20,000 got tacked on to what was already a $30,000 project is really amazing.
Antis didn't do this alone. They got suppliers to donate all the materials and lunch for the wrap party.
It just kind of really restores my faith in our San Diego community.
Antis Roofing joins Jerome's Furniture in helping Sister League chip away at its list of $100,000 in repairs and upgrades for both of their homes.
We're very, very appreciative.
This is how we work for our community.
And thank you, CBS, for just really recognizing and highlighting us.
We are together in community, and it makes us better, it makes us stronger, it makes us happier.
Let's continue to raise the roof and help the Sister League knock off some of its costly repairs. To learn more, go to CBS8.com/working for our community.
Nice note to finish on. Thanks, Abby. And remember, if there's something you'd like us to look into, email us at workingforyou@cbs8.com. Thanks for joining us here on CBS 8 Plus. We'll see you next time.